Well, patients, here I am in the deepest part of my underground laboratory. Just me and Hugo. Let me give you a rundown. For those of you who have been following along, well, Drac and Karita advised Bucky to take me to court and sue me for lost wages. And he did, and the judge kind of ruled in his favor. But when I got back to the Forbidden Island, I got increasingly angry, and I told Bucky that he could pack his things and get out. So, for tonight's episode, Bucky's replacement. This is Hugo. He doesn't say a whole lot. But he has a joke, and then he's going to run the camera. Hugo? Go ahead, tell me a joke. Who's there? Gorilla? Gorilla who? Gorilla me a cheese sandwich. What? No more jokes? Okay. Tell you what. You go back there and you run the camera. Patience! This is your friend Dr. Dread. And hey, welcome back to Dr. Dread Reviews. And this is really amazing. This movie has just been released. It should be showing up on shelves, Blu-ray, DVDs, very shortly, probably at one of your big box stores. I'm pretty sure you can also find it online. The name of the film, Death Count. It was made in 2022. This one's recent. This one's fresh. Right off the presses. Okay, before we give the players a rundown, we're going to just give a little synopsis. There is 10 jail cells, and they are nasty, dingy, dirty, and they contain 10 people, number 1 through number 10. We do end up knowing some of the characters' names, but they're primarily identified by their numbers. They wake up inside the cells, and they have no idea how they got there, and that's part of the mystery. They have to figure out why they're there, what they have in common, and why somebody is putting them through this. The somebody who is putting them through this, the ringmaster of this mad fiasco, is the warden. And his face is partially covered, and he wears a hood, and he looks sufficiently creepy. It's sort of an online game on the dark web, and there are toolboxes in each cell, and the captives are graded by the number of likes they get. And each of the players has to do self-harm in order to get likes. People watching on the dark web are hitting that like button, which is what you should be doing. Go to Dr. Dread Reviews, the YouTube channel, and hit that like. Hit that subscribe. Okay, so, Death Count. The warden is played by
Costas Mandylor.
You may recognize him from Saw number 5 and Saw number 6.
I want to play a game.
Oh, now this is a big name. You should recognize this one. Michael Madsen. And if you are a Quentin Tarantino fan, you will know immediately when I say he played Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs. He's the guy who was dancing around as he was brutally slicing off that cop's ear. Remember him? You also remember him from Kill Bill. Moving on down that list. Robert Lasardo. And he plays... Oh, let me back up a little bit. Michael Madsen plays Detective Casey. Right, Hugo? Good job, Hugo. Keep running that camera. Okay. We're at Robert Lasardo. He plays number 6. You may recognize him from a movie that was just out recently called The Mule, a Clint Eastwood movie. Playing number 3 is Sarah French, and B.J. Mezek plays number 7. Nope, plays number 4. You play number 4. Number 7 is a Facebook friend of mine, and I have to mention her name. Kimberly Lynn Cole. Number 7. Okay, some people may call this film, I don't like the term, so I'll just say the letters. T.P. Because there is gore, and in the end credits, it's like they're talking, the man in the street interviews for the news, and one of the people who they're interviewing on the news does say, torture for torture's sake. But there's more than just torture in this film. There's a story, there's a bit of a mystery. We don't know exactly who is organizing this. We don't know. Now, a couple weeks back also, we did a film review of, Hugo, what was that film? The 10 Little Indians film? Identity, right. Okay, so we did a film review on Identity, and that was very much like 10 Little Indians. Well, this film also has 10 Little Indians references, being that there's 10 people involved in the jail cells, and they also played the music, the music for 10 Little Indians between games. Okay, there are scenes of a lot of self-harm. There were instruments in each of the cells, such as big hammer, hacksaw, utility blades, pliers, screwdrivers, stuff like that. And the warden would announce which player was up, and what they had to do with the tools out of the toolbox. Every tool in the toolbox, you know. Every tool in the toolbox. You know, this is just really so hard for me. I'm really starting to miss Bucky. This isn't the same. But, let's rate this film. I really enjoyed it. The effects were they were gruesome, but if you're going to watch this film, you know that going into this film that this is about the gruesome effects. And there were times that I winced, and I know there were times that Mrs. Dredd winced. What's really amazing is the film was made for an estimated $300,000, which it has a bigger budget look to it. And it's amazing how creative the filmmakers were. There was only one cell that was used. And other than the police station scenes, none of the captives were ever in any of the scenes together. So their interactions were filmed separately. And it was just voice interactions. So, yeah, this is really kind of depressing, not having Bucky here. Hugo's just not helping me at all. Let me rate this film. And then I'm going to call Bucky, maybe, and see if he'll come home. Hey, I enjoyed it. Hugo liked it. Right, Hugo? Hugo's nodding yes. Hugo, hold up your fingers. How many skulls do you give it? Skull rating. Yugo's holding up 5 fingers because, yeah, 5. But my top rating's 4. So Yugo gives it 4 skulls. And he's nodding yes. Okay. It's amazing what they did with this budget. It really is. The actors were decent. The effects were decent. I enjoyed the little mysteries and the little twist. And I really liked the end credits, how the news stations were doing interviews and stuff. So, I'm also, for an independent film, mind you, and considering its budget, it's definitely 4 skulls. If you like the Saw franchise, if you like Hostel or any like gory, because this movie had fun gore. And I'll tell you, the cells, the jail cells, they were creeperific. They looked dirty and dingy and no place you want to wake up. So, 4 skulls, my top rating. I just keep on picturing Bucky here. I miss his annoying voice and his really bad jokes. I wonder if he'll pick up the phone. Hello, operator. Can you connect me to the public library? Hello? How are you? Have you been all right? All these lonely. Bucky? Bucky, hey! Bucky, hi! It's Doc.
Hello? This is the Swamp Library. This is Bucky speaking.
Bucky, it's Doc.
Hey, Doc.
Bucky, I'm sorry. I really miss having you around.
You do?
I do.
You said you was never, ever gonna talk to me again, Doc.
I know, but you just can't be replaced. I tried to use Yugo, and
You did?
I did. And
You tried to use Hugo?
I did. And Yugo's he's not you.
He don't talk.
I know.
Doc.
And he's not very good at telling jokes.
No.
So, if I buy some snacks, would you come back home?
What about Morty? Morty's here with me, too. And Mrs. Miller said I could sleep in the janitor's closet. Doc?
You don't want to sleep in a janitor's closet. You'll end up smelling like an old mop.
Yes?
Come home, Bucky. I'll buy snacks. Bring
For me?
Morty, too.
And Morty, too?
Yes.
Morty, too?
Morty, too.
Morty, too?
And Morty, too.
Morty, he said you, too. Us. And you won't throw nothing at us?
No promises.
Doc.
Nothing hard.
Doc.
No bricks.
Nothing.
Can I hit you with a plastic hammer?
No. Doc.
Occasionally.
Maybe.
Okay.
Doc. Doc.
I'll
I
send-
miss you too.
I'll send an Uber. No,
Ah.
take the bus.
The bus?
Take the bus.
Me and Morty?
You and Morty.
Are you gonna reimburse us?
Of course.
Okay. You mean it?
Yes.
Okay. Morty, he's gonna let us take the bus, Morty. The bus. Right, the bus. All right, Doc. We'll see you at 10 o'clock.
Okay, come home soon.
I will. And you'll be nice.
I will. Bye, Bucky.
Bye. Bye, Doc.
Oh, Bucky, do me a favor.
Yes?
Say cut that film.
Cut that film. Cut that film. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it.
Chitty. Chitty. Chitty, chitty. Chitty.
Oh. Hello.
Chitty, chitty.
Welcome to Dr. Dread's Swamp.
Chitty.
You know, if you don't find me in my laboratory, or on the Monster Channel, or on Forbidden Island. You know, if I'm not at those places, it's most likely I'm in the swamp. It's my chance to get away from everything, recoup, rest, relax, and dive into a good book. Speaking of a good book, welcome to a new segment of Dr. Dread Reviews, my Book Swamp. Today we're going to be talking about The House of Igor by Brad Braddock. You know, as a kid growing up, I absolutely loved the monster mashups. House of Dracula, House of Frankenstein, and Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. There was nothing better than to have all of my favorites in one compact, hour-and-a-half to 2 hour long, action-packed, full of black and white goodness fun. Well, if you're anything like me, you want to know more about what happened to some of these characters. Especially Igor. I mean, Fritz was interesting. Carl was interesting. But Igor, what a backstory he had. And that's exactly what this book is. It is a prequel to the goings-on of Son of Frankenstein. And it features a lot of your favorite characters from that movie. And characters from the other Universal films. That's why it's called House of Igor. It's a monster mashup. So, I don't want to give away any spoilers, other than to tell you it is excellently written. And the chapters are broken up much like scenes of a movie. And as I was reading this, I mean, it looked just like, at my thoughts in my head, I was picturing it as the Universal Classics. Maybe it's just me, but I'm a Bela fan. Bela fan. Lugosi rules, okay? That's nothing against Karloff. Karloff was okay. Atwell was underrated and underappreciated. But, Lugosi, in this role of Igor, was wonderful. So, I'm highly recommending that you seek this out. Look for it. Look for it on Amazon or anywhere else that sells great books. The House of Igor by Brad Braddock. Definitely a 4-skull rating. Your friend Dr. Dread. I'm not going to steer you wrong. I started reading this a second time right after I finished the first. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So, until next time, my friends, this is Dr. Dread from the Book Swamp. Reminding you, keep it scary and read a good book. Yeah, it grows your brain. Remember that, kids, it grows your brain. We're getting to a good part.